I struggled with meeting my own needs and taking responsibility for uh, my own life, especially. There was someone I liked, and I got really devastated when she didn't like me back. It took me a long time to get over it, but then I realized that the parts of me that I was clinging to in her were parts of myself that I wasn't willing to either accept or integrate. And
Mhm.
so my struggle really was to kind of accept the call to do that.
Right.
Um, and then the next part was
The takeaways, yeah. If you feel like you
the takeaways. Jesus, I couldn't fill the page long enough. Oh my God.
had,
Um, Actually knowing what a soul was for the first time. And it's something that is wrote about in a lot of the literature and everything as something that's a higher and above your ego. But all that does is just bring you into a more intellectual state, and you're thinking, you know, what is it? How?
right,
Never mind even how do you use it.
right.
And so, in my sense, I was really I got to grips with the program, and that taught me, that you can actually do a process that will allow that part of yourself to speak.
Mhm.
And there were also things that come up for me, like certain intentions I wanted to set, or even my safe place, which was very important. And there were certain takeaways as well involving waters and things like that. But
Mhm.
overall, it was a good experience. It gave me a lot of insight.
And the other question I had was if there was a particular exercise or activity that was your favorite or that stood out. I know you mentioned the drawing on the wall behind you.
Yeah, that would have been day 5. I think it was revisiting the visualization that was done on day 5,
Mhm.
and we were asked to kind of imagine a relaxed type of scene, just a relaxed version of day 4, day 3.
Mhm.
And to my amazement, I saw what appeared to be a water dragon, which
Mhm.
seemed petty to me at the time. But the minute I seen it, it was such an imminent thing. I felt the image rather than thought about it, and it was almost like a dream, almost. When you see things in dreams or something. But it had profound meaning for me as well. It was very personal, and I kind of left the room that day not really knowing what I was going to do over the next couple of months, but just trusting myself so certainly. I was
Mhm.
so certain of myself.
Yeah. And the last question is just if someone else were considering taking the course and they weren't sure, what guidance or advice you would have for them.
Well, I'd say to them, never before have I ever seen anyone that takes such complex and deep topics and just arranges them in an easy to relate or simple manner that you can understand. And especially for me, a lot of times I had trouble with delving into my emotions and not intellectualizing everything too much. And I really appreciate that. I suppose I'd also say to someone, if you're really thinking of doing this, and if you choose to, you can actually enter into an experience where you'll actually meet your soul. As crazy as it sounds, it's true.
Mm.
You'll get to terms with parts of yourself, and you'll give yourself a sense of who you are as a person. You'll really feel like, yeah, okay, I know who I am now, and there'll be a sense then that you're feeling much more comfortable in your own skin, and you'll be able to trust as well in the process, because it's okay to be in process, and you'll be able to learn that there really is nothing you can do to actually change, because that imperfect image we have of ourselves in our heads, it actually doesn't exist.
Mm. That's a wonderful insight. Yeah. Thank you for your testimonial.